What is going on, guys? My name is 4G here on this channel, Mr. Supply Drops, and today we do need to talk about something that I hope we never see in another Call of Duty game ever again. Now, I don't expect this to, or I do expect this to show up in some form eventually. I do see it because, of course, we gotta have hand-holdy bullshit in Call of Duty. But the thing I wanted to talk about is something that, surprisingly, maybe it's not, but it seems like it is from what I've seen when I look into it or anything like that. It seems like it's a little bit controversial. Some people would completely disagree with me, and maybe I'm in the minority of this for whatever reason. Actually, I do know why, but we're gonna get into that. And that is the thing that I hate. And the thing that I hate so much is specifically in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And it is Air Patrol, man. Air Patrol makes me want to scream, bro. I just want to break everything in my room. It is entirely the most ridiculous kill streak I've ever seen in Call of Duty. We thought that certain things in previous Call of Duty games were terrible, or they were the worst thing, or they were just so bad. Like, I would rather get swarmed, literally get killed by a swarm, not of the MW3 swarm, which is not as powerful, I don't think. Maybe it is, I don't know. It doesn't feel as powerful when I get it, but it doesn't feel as powerful as the Black Ops 2 version. I would rather get swarm spawn killed over and over and over again than get a chopper gunner or an AC-130, whatever it is, right, in Cold War. You get that shit, and some pussy-ass bitch just calls in Air Patrol with 2,800 points or whatever score, because, you know, we had the participation trophy kill streak system in that game, which that's not even as bad as the Air Patrol system in my opinion. I don't like that system because, well, we'll get into that in a second as well, but I don't like that system either. But holy shit, Air Patrol is the biggest cop-out I've ever seen in a game, man. You can go for, that's like the only streak that actually takes skill to get in that game, the gunship, and as soon as you get it, some bitch can just call in a streak that is like 2,800 points, man. And it's not even hard to get that because it's just, you can die over and over again. It's not like the regular streak system in every other game where you have to actually have streaks. You could die and have your progress saved. And basically, if you didn't play Cold War, the way it worked, other than just that, is you got you got streaks and you got more and more score as you got more and more kills on that streak, and it would go towards your score. So that's what I mean by it takes skill. But if you died, you still have the chance to get another streak and go up. So it doesn't even take that much skill to get a gunship, but it takes a lot more skill than anything else in the game because everything else is much lower. But anyways, like much lower in score. It took 10,000 score to get a gunship, and like I said, it wasn't even that difficult to get. But when you did get it, the highest streak in the game, you would expect to get some kills. Nope, because everyone runs Air Patrol. And then I see these little bitches on Reddit. I use Air Patrol. I just suck at the game, and I know that, so I'm gonna laugh at you because you hate Air Patrol. Bro, you've never gotten a gunship, and that's very clear, and that is why you think Air Patrol is good. It is nothing more than to punish good players. That's all it's there for. But anyways, let's talk about this shitty Scorestreak system, alright? This is the system, this is the thing that takes Cold War out of being like a really good Call of Duty game, in my opinion. It is this Scorestreak system, for multiplayer at least. Zombies, absolutely terrible. Casual, like they had a good balance between casual and hardcore difficulty-wise and everything like that. In Black Ops 3, I think, you know, it was leaning more towards casual with how easy it can be, but it still had a really good balance between that and then a hardcore demographic, and that's why a lot of people love Black Ops 3 Zombies. But Cold War, they took it a little too far, made it way too easy. Maybe some people like that, but for me, I don't like being able to just sit in a corner with Ring of Fire and a ray gun and all of a sudden I get to round 100. That shit's fucking stupid. I should actually have to work if I want to get to round 100. That's the whole point of the game. But anyways, and not only that, but like the maps are actually copy-paste garbage from the campaign. At least in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, they actually, like, yeah, it's copy-paste Warzone trash from that situation, but at least the extra stuff around the game, you know, they actually, like, had to try for that. You know, the story missions, the contracts, they actually seem, like, pretty fun when I'm playing it, at least. The camo grinding, of course. But anyways, okay, point is, going back to this Scorestreak system, the multiplayer could have been fantastic. Absolutely fantastic if it wasn't for this. Well, also the engagement optimized matchmaking, but we're not going to go into that. That's in every COD nowadays, which is a goddamn shame. But either way, all right, the main thing about this, okay, the main problem is with the multiplayer is the Scorestreak system. You could get, like, it's so easy. All you had to do is, if you're a bad player, put on the napalm strike. There you go. You're guaranteed it. You're guaranteed it. You couldn't even get a 5 streak, pretty much. I think that's what it was in, like, Black Ops 1. It was like a 5 streak to get a napalm strike. You couldn't even get that. in the newer Call of Duty games with skill-based matchmaking holding your hand the whole time. Sorry, engagement optimized matchmaking for the most part. Yeah, there's some form of skill-based matchmaking in there, but it's mostly engagement optimized matchmaking, which I'm not even going to get into, like I said. But point is, okay, at the end of the day, this shit is fucking ass, alright? I absolutely cannot stand how that works. Let's say you're playing a game of domination, okay? You get to the halfway point, 100, someone got to 100 score, right? All of a sudden, everyone would have napalm because all these trash players would just put napalm strike as their score streak, one of them, and then that's it. Everyone has napalm immediately. Sure, things like the hater or the VSAT, whatever the fuck it was called in this game, they gotta change the name every single time. The harp, I think they called it this. They got the blackbird, the harp, the VSAT, the hater. Can we just call it a VSAT or a, like, can we stick to one of them, a blackbird maybe? I think that would have fit the Black Ops Cold War theme a little bit, maybe not, but you know, I think it would have been a lot cooler than the harp. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? But anyways, I really just wish that they didn't have this score streak system. I know actually the pros, like the pro players who are playing in COD World Champs or whatever the hell it is, I don't even know the esports actual like tournament names or whatever the series is. I don't even know. I don't watch it, but I do know that they did have a proper score streak system, and I wish that they put that in the game after a while, man. I wish they had that in the regular game, not this handholdy crap, alright? But anyways, the main issue with this whole thing that I was talking about is air patrol. I could have lived with the other thing, as annoying as it was to be dying to napalm strikes that people didn't deserve to get, because it wasn't really hard to get at all. You were pretty much guaranteed it, that's why. But even if dying to that, you know, that's whatever, alright? But then I like to get high streaks, and then when I get rewarded with streaks, right, because I actually performed well going on streaks, going on like 10, 15 streaks, right, I should get an AC-130, right? Like I can in every other game, man. Every other game, you get rewarded for that, for getting on high streaks. But then you call it in, and then immediately, enemy has called in air patrol. That's so goddamn annoying. It is not even funny. Like, if people just put it on because it's trolling, bro. That's why I had to start running it, man. I mean, if you call in an air patrol before you call in your AC-130, it can actually, your air patrol can take out the other air patrol, but then someone else will just call in another air patrol, and it's like an air patrol fucking warfare, dude. It's ridiculous, and I don't even know who thought that was a good idea at Treyarch. Air patrol is pretty much the equivalent to the EMP that is available in every other game, pretty much. But the difference is, in games like the original Modern Warfare 2, the EMP was also an incredibly high streak, so if you wanted to counter other people with those high streaks, you needed to get to a high streak yourself. You wouldn't just get 2,400 score and all of a sudden you could take out someone who got the equivalent of like a 12 kill streak. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. It's actually worse in Cold War because you had to get multiple of these kill streaks to get it. It's not just you got on one kill streak and that's it. No, you had to get on multiple streaks to get the gunship. Nothing else. So it's like, why even put this kill streak in the game if it's just going to be pretty much useless based off of this air patrol thing? I had to run air patrol to counter other people's air patrol. That's just stupid. And that EMP thing that I just gave, that EMP example I just gave, is one example of something that I think MW2, the original one, did far better than the original MW3. I'm usually a fan of MW3 more than MW2. The original ones we're talking about, I hate that I have to make that clear. But either way, in this situation, I will say that MW2 did it better, because the EMP in MW3 was also kind of a crutch thing that people didn't really deserve. You had to get 18 kills if you had it on your support streak, and that was it. That's it. That's not hard to get either. That's pretty stupid back then, and people abuse the hell out of that. It's annoying as all hell, and there's no counter to that either. So that is another thing I never want to see. EMPs in support streaks, if you ever have support streaks in future CODs, and I never want to see air patrol again, alright? That's what a launcher is for. Why do we have launchers in the game if it's not to take out air streaks, okay? And that gives you a little bit of time, you know, to take them out. You get a little bit of a counter. If you're in the gunship, you can shoot at the person that is trying to take you out with the launcher, right? But with air patrol, you're done. No chance given, unless you called in an air patrol, if you have a teammate or whatever that can call in an air patrol to counter their air patrol. That's it. But if you play solo, if you don't play with friends or whatever that can help you out in that situation, you're screwed. And it's the worst gameplay mechanic I think I've seen in any Call of Duty game for someone who likes to actually go for high streaks. I get it, if you don't go for high streaks, maybe you love air patrol because now you never see an AC-130 in the sky, but at the same time, don't suck enough to die that many times for someone to get that. I don't know what to tell you other than that. Can we stop with this this specialist system? That's basically what the Scorestreak system is for Black Ops Cold War. It was literally, oh, we got rid of specialists, guys. Like Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, you're tired of the specialist system? Well, you know what? Let's just inject it into the Scorestreak system instead, because that's literally what it is. That is literally what it is, man. There's no difference. It is the specialist system just hidden in the Scorestreak system. Now we're going to ruin the Scorestreak system because we got rid of specialists. I'd rather have regular specialists than this, where we have air patrol and everyone's getting napalm strikes and stuff. I mean, it's really simple. They have the Annihilator pistol from Black Ops 3. That was a specialist weapon. They put that in the game as, I think it was like just a deagle, but like a one-shot deagle, just like the Annihilator. I never used it, but point is, that was one of them, for an example. I know that they had like the War Machine. That was the same thing. We had the War Machine. It was the battery operator in Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4. We put that in the Scorestreak system. I know the Scorestreaks were like that for Black Ops 2. They had the War Machine, but with Black Ops 2, if you died, you didn't get the War Machine. You had to get a certain amount of kills before dying to get the War Machine, or well, technically score, but you know what I mean. Like, for the most part, kills are what's contributing to that, not just score. Score is just a bonus to it, I guess you could say. But either way, man, there's not much else to say about this. Is at the end of the day, I hope that they just never put the air patrol system or this trash participation trophy type system for score streaks into Call of Duty again. If that is in Black Ops Gulf War, you know, the new Call of Duty that's coming out later this year, 2024, I'm gonna be incredibly upset. I will not lie. I was gonna say disappointed. No, disappointed would not, because it just completely hurts the game, man. I know for most people, a lot of people are like, I don't get high streaks anyways. It doesn't matter to me. Well, I'm glad it doesn't matter to you, because it's probably going to be in the future Treyarch games again, because I just don't see why. I mean, they just love to inject this specialist system no matter what. They like to hide it this time, though. Like, why do we have to have this hand-holdy participation trophy bullshit, man? Just go back to the Black Ops 2 days. We didn't need that in Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 was fantastic. It's one of the best games ever. Honestly, if anybody who is like a newer Call of Duty player, I don't know, maybe you're younger or whatever, you didn't get to enjoy Black Ops 2 and older, but specifically Black Ops 2, you heavily missed out. That's not just like the old man in me saying, oh, you missed out. Like, no, you genuinely missed out. That was such a great, fantastic, top tier, best Call of Duty game. I don't think they'll ever make anything as close to that. No, they won't. They won't, because the way that the game is going, make as much money as possible, make. That's all that they care about nowadays. Yeah, no, they won't make a game that good. Model 323 is very fun, and I enjoy it a lot. Actually has a little bit of a skill gap now with the higher time to kill, but yeah, it still has EOMM, it still has the shop system always being forced down your throat, Black Cell Battle Pass every goddamn day. That's all I see. I already have the Premium Battle Pass, and they're still trying to get you to buy the Black Cell Premium upgrade. It's not gonna happen, Activision. I don't give a fuck, alright? I'm not like one of these morons who wants to run around, oh, look at my Nolan skin, it's black and gold now. Fucking stupid, bro. You paid $30 real for that. How about you put that into a gym membership? Ridiculous. Anyways, that's gonna wrap up this video. If you guys enjoyed it, like, me greatly appreciated. If you're new here and you like videos like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.